Welcome to Medicare Part D in a nutshell. Make sure you have your sound turned on. Today we're going to talk about Medicare Part D, which is also known as your prescription drug plan. Even though it's called Medicare Part D, Medicare doesn't sell it. They just set the crazy rules that every insurance company who does sell it has to follow. And all companies who sell Medicare Part D or your prescription drug plans have to follow the same exact rules. So it works the same from one company to the next. Now, each company will have different formularies. Now, formularies is just a big fancy word to tell you which drugs they cover. Now, each company will have different formularies. So company A and B might cover your high blood pressure medication, where company C, D, and E might not. So you may be wondering, how the heck do you pick an insurance company then? The way you pick your insurance company is based off of your specific medications. You can send a list of your medications to your agent and have them check the plan that will be best for you. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of Medicare Part D or your prescription drug plan. I want you to imagine a big empty bucket sitting between you and the insurance company. Every time you go into the pharmacy to pick up a prescription, you are going to pay money for that prescription, okay, in the forms of a deductible and or co-payments, okay, because we all know it's not free, so you got to pay something most of the time for your medications. So imagine you putting your cost into that bucket, so that money into the bucket. And I know, even though it doesn't feel like it, believe it or not, your insurance company is also contributing towards the cost of your medication. So they're going to throw money into that bucket also to make up the total cost of what the pharmacy charges. And have you ever been standing in line at the pharmacy and heard people say something about the donut hole? Like, what the heck is a donut hole, right? Well, I'm about to tell you what the donut hole is. Now, even though some people call it the donut hole, Medicare's correct term is coverage gap. When you and your insurance company put into that bucket a total of $4,020 during a 1-year period, that is when you reach the donut hole. Well, I mean coverage gap. Remember, Medicare calls it the coverage gap. In the coverage gap, some of your medications are going to go up and some of your medications are going to go down. When you're in the coverage gap, your medications change price because you will no longer be paying a fixed copayment amount. Okay, you're going to be paying 25% of the total cost of the medication. The insurance company is going to kick in the other 75%. If at any point during the year you have tossed into that bucket yourself a total of $6,350, you are going to reach the aptly named catastrophic stage. When you reach this last stage of coverage, and hopefully the majority of you will not ever reach this stage, you're going to pay 5% of the cost, or $3.60, whichever is larger, for any generic medicine. If you're on a brand name, you'll pay 5% of the cost, or $8.95. Again, whichever is larger. All right, to summarize, in the beginning, so January 1st, beginning of the year, you and your insurance company are both contributing money towards your prescription drug costs. Okay, usually this is in the form of a fixed copayment amount. Then in the coverage gap, you're going to pay a little more for your medications because remember, you go to the percentage. And then finally, in the last stage, catastrophic stage, the insurance company is going to take over and pay the majority of the cost of your medications. You're still going to contribute, but the insurance company is going to pay quite a bit more. Now, Medicare Part D or your prescription drug plans do have a calendar year contract. The contract runs from January 1st to December 31st of each year. You're allowed to change your plan once per year during the annual election period. It's also known as AEP. Now, AEP runs October 15th through December 7th of every year. All right, that's it. That is Medicare Part D in a nutshell. Well, I hope you found this a little bit helpful. I know it's very confusing. Trust me, it's not you. It's just crazy. My name is Melissa. I'm with Medicare Without Tears. If you need an agent, of course, I'd love for you to pick me. I promise I won't make you cry. If you don't need an agent, maybe you know somebody who is struggling with this and needs some help, feel free to give them my information, which you see here on the screen. All right, thank you very much and have a great rest of your day, guys.